The story of the 2002 Lincoln cent begins with the long legacy of the Lincoln cent series, which first appeared in 1909 as a tribute to Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. The design created by Victor David Brenner became one of the most familiar images in American coinage history, and by the time 2002 arrived, the coin had already been in circulation for more than 90 years, carrying with it the evolving story of American minting technology, political change, and economic adjustment. Through the decades, the Lincoln cent had undergone subtle transformations, including modifications to Brenner's initials, updates to the relief, and changes in its composition as economic realities shifted. In 1982, the United States Mint made one of the most significant changes in the history of the Lincoln cent by moving from a bronze alloy to a copper-plated zinc planchet. This shift continued through the year 2002, so every 2002 Lincoln cent was struck on a core of zinc-coated, with a thin layer of copper giving the coin the appearance of traditional copper while dramatically reducing production costs. By the early 2000s, the cent had already become one of the United States Mint's most frequently produced denominations, and the Mint used increasingly modern coinage presses and high-speed quality control procedures to create the billions of Lincoln cents needed for daily commerce across the nation. The year 2002 sits at an interesting moment in the series. It was part of the long-running memorial reverse era, which had begun in 1959 in honor of the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Frank Gasparo's design of the Lincoln Memorial stood on the reverse of the coin for 50 years, and the 2002 issue represents one of the final chapters in that half-century run. Before the redesign of 2010 and before the 2009 bicentennial reverses, the 2002 coin continues the familiar appearance of Lincoln on the obverse and the memorial on the reverse, connecting the coin to a long era of stability in American numismatics. The obverse portrait, crafted from Brenner's original design, shows Lincoln facing right with careful detailing of his hair, cheekbones, and beard. Although the design traces back to 1909, it has been subtly sharpened or adjusted through various hub changes over the decades, yet its essence has remained remarkably faithful to Brenner's artistic vision. The inscriptions include the national motto, the date 2002, and the mint mark for the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mints. Each mint played a role in producing the 2002 coins, with Philadelphia and Denver striking circulation pieces, while San Francisco struck the proof coins for collectors using polished dies and specially prepared planchets to create sharp mirrored surfaces and frosted devices. The reverse of the coin in 2002 continues Gasparo's monument-inspired artwork, which highlights the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This design is notable because the tiny statue of Lincoln visible between the central pillars is one of the smallest and most detailed depictions of a person ever placed on circulating American coinage. The reverse inscriptions include United States of America, E pluribus unum, and the denomination 1 cent. The memorial design served as a national symbol on billions of coins for generations of Americans, and by 2002 it had become deeply familiar to collectors and everyday users alike. In 2002, the Mint produced the Lincoln cent, during a time when discussions about discontinuing the cent were beginning to gain public attention. Rising production costs, inflation, and the ever-growing number of cents minted each year fueled debates among economists and lawmakers. Yet despite these discussions, the demand for the coin remained high, and billions of 2002 cents entered circulation, making the date one of the more common issues of the early 21st century. Even so, collectors pay attention to subtle variations, including die states, strike strength, and the overall quality of individual coins. Some 2002 cents show strong strikes with crisp details, while others reveal softer impressions resulting from die wear or high production rates. The proof cents of 2002 are especially valued for their beauty and craftsmanship. Struck at the San Francisco Mint, these coins feature deep reflective fields and sharp frosted images created through a special minting process that involves multiple strikes under carefully controlled pressure. The quality of the proof sets of the early 2000s is widely regarded as excellent, and many collectors consider the 2002 proof Lincoln Cent an essential part of a modern collection representing both the artistry and precision of the mint's craftsmanship during this period. Another point of interest in the story of the 2002 Lincoln Cent is its place within a rapidly changing world of minting technology. By this time, the Mint had fully integrated advanced computer engraving tools, high-speed die-making systems, and improved quality control methods, allowing for more consistent coinage than ever before. This era marks a shift between traditional engraving techniques and the modern digital age of numismatic production, making the 2002 cent part of a transitional moment in coin design and manufacturing history. The economic context of 2002 also influenced the coin's production. The United States was emerging from the late 1990s economic boom and adjusting to the early 2000s recession, but the demand for circulating coinage remained steady. The cent continued to play a central role in everyday transactions, even as electronic payments grew more common. Its wide use in retail cash transactions, vending machines, and banking systems ensured that billions of new cents, including those dated 2002, were needed to maintain an adequate supply for commerce. Collectors today view the 2002 Lincoln Cent as a modern yet historically significant piece. It sits just 7 years before the end of the memorial reverse design and represents a stable, calm period in the series, before the cent underwent dramatic changes beginning with the 2009 bicentennial program. The 2002 issue holds a place in the continuous timeline of the Lincoln Cent, reflecting the Mint's ongoing tradition of honoring Abraham Lincoln while also adapting to new technology, new economic conditions, and changing national conversations about the future of coinage. As a whole, the 2002 Lincoln Cent embodies the durability of Brenner's and Gasparo's designs, the evolution of minting methods, and the lasting importance of the cent in American culture and commerce. The story of this coin is not only the story of a single year, but also the reflection of nearly a century of artistic heritage and the movement of the United States Mint toward a new era of innovative production techniques, making the 2002 Lincoln Cent a meaningful chapter in the long and ever-unfolding history of America's most familiar coin. The 2002 Lincoln Cent also deserves attention for the way it reflects the Mint's philosophy during the early 21st century, as the nation prepared for major coinage changes that would arrive later in the decade. During this time, the Mint focused heavily on efficiency and consistency while still preserving the long-standing artistic traditions that collectors valued. The 2002 cent therefore becomes part of a bridge between the classic era of American coins and the modern digital era in which computer modeling and laser engraving would soon reshape the way dies were made and designs were refined. One of the lesser-known aspects of the 2002 Lincoln Cent story involves the preparation of the dies themselves before a die could strike. A single 2002 cent, it went through a detailed creation process beginning with a master hub engraved from digital data derived from earlier models. This master hub produced working hubs which then created thousands of individual dies needed for mass production. By this period, the Mint relied on improved digital scanning and reduction techniques to ensure greater uniformity in the design, so a 2002 cent struck in Denver matched almost perfectly with one from Philadelphia. This marked a major advancement when compared to earlier decades like the 1940s or 1950s, when die production was more manual and inconsistencies were more common. An interesting chapter in the history of any modern Lincoln Cent involves error coins and varieties. Even though the 2002 Lincoln Cent is considered a high-quality mass-produced issue, the sheer quantity of coins struck meant that some errors naturally occurred.